Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us once again for Fill Your Cup in Five. I am Bertha Robinson with Star One Professional Services, and with me today is
Linda Mitchell of Linda Mitchell Coaching and Healing. Hi, Bertha.
Hi, good to see you again, Linda.
You too.
I have a question for you, and
Mhm.
I'm wondering if you can enlighten us on responding versus reacting. I
Oh,
believe that, and I want to just make a global assumption, something I shouldn't do that I say we shouldn't, but
mm,
I feel like we are all reacting and really just sticking to the first response as opposed to being more contemplative, being more patient. I've always been taught think 5 times before you speak. What do you think about that?
oh, I like that. Think 5 times before you speak. That's a good one. I've always heard, God gave us 2 ears and one mouth, so listen twice as much as you talk, But I think the big key to responding versus reacting is really just to stop and breathe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like just take a breath, think, because think about how often we have those knee jerk reactions and how they don't really produce the best outcomes, right? Rarely does a knee jerk reaction produce the best outcome. But when we stop to take a breath, that gives us an opportunity to slow our nervous system down from wanting to go, "Ah," right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then I use that time to say, okay, even if, like if I want to react in a less than positive way or, maybe sarcasm or something, instead I'll ask myself, what would my higher self say?
Mm-hmm.
What would she say?
Yeah. It's a great conversation to have. I would claim that and say, we're self-assessing ourselves in that moment, taking a moment to see if you are, in red, high velocity, clear, you're ready to respond in an intentional and in a good way, in a way that matches your highest self. Or if you're still a little cloudy, you may then, after the breathing, still need to go for a walk
Yeah,
just to get to yourself, the way that you would like to respond and how you would want someone to respond to you. So,
absolutely. I mean, you think about it. What do we do when our kids react in a way that they're going to either throw a temper tantrum or do something that's not what we would like to see? We give them a timeout, right?
hmm hmm
We are taking a timeout, a
right.
self-imposed timeout to self-assess and think about what is a better way to respond to this than my first thought, my first
Yes.
reaction.
Yes. So being more proactive as opposed to reactive.
Yes.
And in a proactive approach, we can always say, this is some assumption that I can jump and say, you can get a better result. And
Mhm.
that's what we want to get. We always want to get better results, especially when we're interacting, with family, friends, peers, business owners, colleagues. It's, whoever you interact with, you really want to be able to show your best self. So,
Yeah. And that pause also gives you an opportunity to brainstorm other solutions or other responses, right?
mhm.
And I think that if we do that brainstorming, even if it's just in our heads, that allows us to look at a more positive way of responding. It allows us to look at the entire situation or
Mhm.
person or circumstance in a more positive light. And that does not mean to be, pardon me, Pollyanna-ish, but we
Mhm.
can be realistic and still find something positive in the situation or a positive way to react. Right?
Yes, and we're modeling something that we would want others to do as well. If we
Exactly.
can have a trickle effect, or domino effect of that, what an impact that would be, in our towns, in our communities, and in our world. So
Right. Right. And I would also
powerful.
say, listen to your body's signals, right? Your
Mhm.
body will always tell you what your inner guidance wants you to know.
Yes. So listen intuitively and listen internally to yourself, and we'll get better results. This has
Absolutely.
been a great conversation.
Yes.
Thank you, Linda, and see you all soon for your next Fill Your Cup in Five.
Thanks, guys. Bye.